Okay, so I've got this sheet set, and what I'd like to do is actually take this and send this to somebody else so that they can either maybe work on it, or maybe I just like them to view it. So if I take a look at the top here, what I've got is a couple options. Notice I can export the selection as DWF files. I can plot, so I can actually publish this. And notice the large number of options in there. And I can also come in here and I can actually create transmittal sets. Now I can actually do it for the entire project, or what I can do is I can do it on a subgroup category. So what I could do is I could come into here and notice that on my option here I can actually publish this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish this to PDF. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these drawings and publish this to PDF. So let's take this, let's just drop this into this folder here. We'll click select, and what's done now is going to go through and actually export that information. So we can do it on the project specific aspect, or we can actually do it on a subgroup basis where I can take just a group of it and just send that out. So let's just going to continue working on that. Let's just take a look at some of the other options in here. So you can see here that we can publish to DWF, we can actually publish to plotter, we can actually set the specific page setup override that we want to use. So I'd like to publish this entire project to D size full scale monochrome. I can actually edit subset sheets to publish options, right? Include plot stamp, manage the page setup. So I can actually load in additional page setups in here. So you can see there's a lot of options in there I can deal with to either batch plot this or create these viewable files. So if we take a look here, let's see if it's actually done yet. Let's just go up a folder here and we can see that it's now created that PDF. We'll open that PDF and we should see a two-page PDF, with both sheets in there. So you can see both sheets are in there, and it was pretty easy just to grab that and not have to worry necessarily about where those drawings are and adding them. The whole works, just go through and create that. And before maybe I go into my e-transmit, let's go into our transmittal setups and let's actually create a new one. So let's say we're going to call this the 2000 and we'll base it off that. And what I can see here is that I want to create a zip file because I'm going to be sending this to somebody else. And what we're going to do is actually save this back to the 2000 format. Here's the location for it. It will prompt me. And what I could do is actually create the same folder structure or place them all into one folder. I can actually set the plotter, bind xrefs, right? We could actually purge the drawings, and then some other options here like including fonts, materials, data links, those type of things. What I'm doing here is basically taking this and collecting this as a zip file and sending it to somebody else. So what I could do is, that's why I might want to place all the files in one folder. I want to set the default plotter to none because there's no guarantees that we're not going to have the same plotter set up, and we'll purge the drawing. If this was more that I want to take this and just back this up, I want to archive it, well then what I might want to do is I actually want to use an organized folder structure or keep the files in folders as is. So maybe what I want to do is I want to use organized, so I'm actually creating a mimic of this folder structure but in a different location, something that I could easily come back and revert back. So I can actually use this as an archiving function as well. So we're going to place all the files and folders into one location. Here's the format that we're going to use. I'm going to click OK, and what it's going to do is actually, well this time remember I'm just creating the transmittals. So now what I'm going to do is come in here, let's actually e-transmit this. We're going to use the 2000 format. We're going to click OK. It's going to ask me for location of that zip file. We'll click Save, and what it's going to do is go through and collect all that data for me. So again, I don't need to worry about, do I have all the xrefs and all the images and such like that.